he qualified for Wimbledon and won a main draw match there, and now he's made the Olympic team, which is a pretty proud moment for him, and it's been a long journey, but he's worked hard to get there, and a lot of people have helped him on the way as well. So it's not just your current coach, but when I was coaching Luke, there was people before me and people after me. So it's a complete journey,
And just in this picture too, the other, that I know some of you would know and have seen in SA a bit is Jack Shapansky. And Jack's journey was different than Luke's. And, he was a talented junior, just like Luke was, and he opted to go to university in the US and got a scholarship over there and got an education and did 4 years over there, and now is back in SA and helping PAC and working in tennis, and that was Jack's journey. So as we said, tennis is the journey's where it takes you, but you've got to keep pushing yourselves to get better and to dream of where you want to get to. So this was just something I wanted to start. Daiki, which I thought was really good on the road, that he put something in
Gelati text right now. So they got to do their push-ups with. They volunteered. They love it. They love the Gelati so much with their racket bag and then their backpack on top of their bag. It's called Gelati text. Okay, go boys. 10. Right down.
I actually counted 9.
Sorry.
But is it worth it, guys? Is it worth it? How good is the gelati?
Unbelievable. I can taste it already.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job, Daiki.
It was good too. There was only about 47 different flavors, So I didn't do the push-ups, but I had the gelati, So, but
So just wanted Daiki to talk through a little bit with Luke. So this, boys, just is a bit of a as I think when Luke was about 15, this was sort of what his training looked like in one particular week, and maybe Daiki can talk to that a little bit.
I can't see the screen, but
you can't see that?
No.
Well, that's no good. Can you see the next one?
Can you guys see the screen? No. So they didn't see it, basically.
No, we can't see it.
Okay. Let me see here. You saw the video though, didn't you?
No.
No.
Oh, you didn't see the video?
No, we didn't see the video either.
No.
Hang on. Okay. Someone should have spoke up. All right, let me go back. Can you see that now?
No.
You still can't.
Sorry.
Can you? Why isn't it going?
I can see it now. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. There we go. So I'll show the video again for you guys because you just missed it.
Yeah, hi Hannah. This is
There we go.
like gelati text right now. So they got to do their push-ups with. They volunteered. They love it. They love the gelati so much with their racket bag and then their backpack on top of their bag. It's called gelati text. Okay, go boys. 10. Right down. But is it worth it, guys? Is it worth it? How good is the gelati?
Unbelievable. I can taste it already.
Okay.
All right. Can everyone see the screen? We.
Yeah. I guess it was buffering a little bit, but it's all good.
Okay. Not sure why it's dropping in and out. So you can see the weekly training schedule here. So yeah, Brad, do you want to go ahead and talk to that a little bit?
Can you put that on the screen? Press the slide.
Oh, I just did. It's not. Maybe it's not changing over.
I'll try to find it on my schedule, weekly schedule.
You see what's coming up on my screen at the moment? On your screen, sorry.
Okay, now I can see it. Yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess at this time when I was sort of the national coach, we had sort of different sort of. It was a different setup a little bit. And SASI, which is the South Australian Institute of Sport, had a training group, and we used to hit from I guess 7 to 8:30 on Mondays and Tuesdays. It was probably six boys and maybe 2 girls, and then they went to, at this stage they're going to school full time at PAC, and then these were the squad sessions that they did. So sort of another hour and a half on these days, and then they had movement and a gym session at SASI, and then they had, I guess, private with me for a couple of hours, and then again squad session, and then we had a SASI session, a gym session, and they did a recovery ice bath session, and then and again they had Friday afternoon pennant, and then this is also they would have had matches on Saturday as well,
Yeah.
and maybe they had a they had a hit around on Sunday as well, so they played a lot of tennis, so the probably with fitness and maybe 20 odd hours, 22 hours of tennis related training.
Mm-hmm.
So quite a lot. And then also the match count was quite high. They played every tournament they could in South Australia. If they were lucky to go away to nationals, they played those tournaments. They played club matches. They played school matches. I think Luke, in his 14th year, he probably played around about 90 singles matches, and then he probably played 50 doubles matches. So there's a lot of matches per year, and
so Brad, yeah, just on that, obviously I put this screen up.
Yeah, this is 2009. So when he was this is when he was 15. Exactly.
These numbers obviously, increase the size of the screen, but you can see what Brad was just talking to there as far as matches. These were singles matches that he played in the course of the year in the tournaments. Obviously, this was a training sort of schedule that he had, whether it was ITFs, coming back and training. The
school tournaments, their competition. There was, I guess, ETAs like European 16-year-old tournaments, nationals, ITF and Junior Davis Cup. He was in that when he was 15. So a lot of variety of matches. But if he came home, he would play pennant or he would play club matches as well. So they're not included in that. So
yeah. It's a really high number, obviously, at 95 matches, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. 95 singles matches. So
yeah. So I just want to go back into. Sorry, just flicking around here, but so I did a slide and you guys would probably recognize a few of the boys' names on here, and same with the girls, which. Just as far as I took this over a couple of years ago with some of our boys like Callum Gale, Eddie Vo, Eddie Winter, on their match totals and what they were doing. And this included Australian ranking tournaments, ITFs, And you can see someone like Callum played, and this was probably right before December Showdown. So these matches didn't probably include maybe a tournament before December Showdown and December Showdown. So you can see there, like Callum in that year played 37 singles matches and 13 doubles matches. So in total, was up at 50 matches. And then maybe add 5 or 6 from December Showdown potentially. You look at someone like Eddie Vo, saying 35, close to 50 matches, and then Eddie Winter, who was a little bit younger at the time, where Eddie and Callum were, he was still up at playing, close to 42 matches. So the match totals are up there, and even if we look at just in the last few years of players, not necessarily Luke in that, and he's at that stage was our top junior, getting to play 90 something matches, but the importance of playing matches, and I guess that's what today is about, is just putting that message across to the boys, just from a development point of view, not shying away from playing a match. We understand that you don't want to play someone that's lower than you, or you want to always play someone higher than you, or what's it going to do to my ranking or rating? You've got to play. And I guess my question to the group, today is a little bit, okay, well, Luke's environment was different back then, even a couple of years ago for Eddie Vo, Eddie Winter, Callum Gale, all those boys. I know Connor's on the call, but it's how can we find some more competitive matches? Like, what are we going to do? Well, do we have to go to Queensland? Do we have to go to Melbourne? Do we need to go overseas? But as we know, that's closed off to us and has been because of the epidemic and COVID. So this slide is really showing, yes, this is SA. Is that going to change for us right now? Probably not. Do I have to play the same kids all the time? Do I have to play someone a bit lower than me because that's what's on offer? Well, pretty much it is, because we're in lockdown right now. We're having this nice little conversation in lockdown, not getting to even hit tennis balls. Over the school holidays, some got locked down because they went interstate and had to play and got to play some tournaments, but the ones that stayed home didn't get that. So really, I just put this together. I mean, you probably can't. I mean, that is the ITFs here in Australia, and I put that here. There's nine ITFs in Australia, and some of that's interstate. We're lucky, and hopefully, fingers crossed, moving towards the end of the year, the 2 ITF tournaments will be in Adelaide, being played out at Playford. So the older boys that are playing ITF events at the moment will get that opportunity. The younger boys, obviously, there's the JDSs, there's maybe some AMTs that you sneak into. Yes, there's some NDS that some of you are playing in on Fridays. You're playing coming into term 4 and term 1. We'll get an opportunity to play junior state league, and maybe some of us get to play senior state league. And right now, some of you are getting to play club. But that at the end of it is what we have. That's not going to change. The JDSs, do some of you not want to play the 16 and unders, or what's the point of playing? Those if no one's entered. If no one's entered, yeah, you're not going to get a match. But if there's matches on offer somewhere, in my opinion, and in your development, you need to take them up, because from a development point of view, you can't wait for tournaments to come on, or wait for the next school holidays and get your 5 or 6 matches in. And so really the exercise that I want you to try and do after this phone call today is work out, it's July 23rd. How many matches, competitive matches, not necessarily practice court, practice matches that, haven't been involved in a tournament or are not UTR or not club or that. Not necessarily just going to play sets, but how many matches have you gone out and played this year already? And I want you to count those up and think about, well, geez, I've only played, the year is what it is, but I've only played probably 15 matches. And knowing, that there's not a lot of opportunities presented really for the rest of the year for some of us, and hopefully there will be more. How are we going to get those matches in? Are we going to say, well, but there's no opportunities. I can't do it because there's no tournament. I don't really want to play that because there's no one playing it. If we discount all that, yeah, you're probably not going to get too many matches in. But for me, as NDS coach and for Cody as well, the importance of playing matches and Brod spoke about that, especially with Luke and in that 15th birth year, and what we put on for you guys, especially on a Friday night, potentially moving to a Thursday night next term, and maybe look at putting on some more on Sundays. There's no reason that we see that, well, it's an opportunity. And if you guys are wanting to get better and look at avenues for your tennis, whether it's winning Junior Wimbledon as a Luke Saville, whether it's going to interstate and playing, representing the state in teams event, whether it's wanting to play some ITFs interstate eventually, whether it's wanting to go to play college tennis, any of those things from a development point of view, and to get better, to give yourself those chances, you need to play matches. And, obviously have these conversations with your coaches. And I guess it's a discussion that I've had with some of you coaches as well. Well, how are we going to get you a match total up? We can't shy away from not wanting to play someone because their UTR is lower than mine. You can still go out and win that match comfortably and compete in a tough environment. It's a match maybe that you should win quite easily, and that's pressure, but that in some way is a competitive match. So really, that was what today was about. And I think, Luke's journey of where he's gotten to, successful junior, winning Junior Wimbledon up to right now, being over in Tokyo and being part of another group of athletes, Australian Olympians, and being part of the tennis entourage that's over there competing, playing doubles. I think Luke would look back at his journey, and same with Brod, seeing him. A lot of people were part of his journey and still continue to be. And he's getting to represent his country and his nation in the Olympic Games in Tokyo. And, he's a boy from Berry, regional South Australia. Probably didn't have the opportunities that some of us have that live metro-wise. And his journey's still there. I mean, Luke's only, and to me, his journey can probably go for another 10 years. I mean, Luke's 27. So if he becomes the best doubles player in the world over the next 10 years and stays in the game because of that, to me, his journey's been very successful. And he would look back and say, well, I've tried to put everything into my pathway and into my journey that I could give, and this is what I got out of it. And I think that the message from me and from Brod is that we say that in training. The way you train is the way you want to play. You come out to training sessions and you don't put in, you can't expect much out. You can't expect to maybe get to the Olympics if that's your attitude. You put into this journey what you want to put into it, and you'll get out what you want to get out of it. And everyone's journey is going to be a bit different. So that's your homework out of this conversation. That I just, whether you message me or send me an email, or you pick up the phone, or let your coaches know, or Sandon wanted me to let you know how many matches I've played up until July 23rd. That's sort of the information that we want you guys to look at, and we want you to have the understanding that the importance of playing matches is something I push, and will continue to do so. The boys that come in to the environment. So,
I just wanted to say something as well. I guess the best players in the world are like competitive beasts, and basically that's from playing a lot of competition. So really, your training is important or whatever, but you got to play matches. So if you can't play tournaments, get a friend out there on the court and play. And you'll be surprised how quickly the years pass by. And so you want to be leaving basically your tennis career with no regrets. And so really just look at yourself where you're going right now and think, okay, how am I going to get better? How am I going to improve? Just don't wait for it to happen.
So good job, guys. Thanks for jumping on again today, and hopefully again it's a different takeaway from today was some of the things yesterday, and I'll be back in touch about potentially doing.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao.
You there?
Thanks. Thanks.
I'm not sure if you can hear me, but maybe the lines dropped out a little bit. But have a good weekend, and we'll be in touch, guys. Thanks.
Ciao, Sandon. Thanks. Okay.